Okay, so I just want to start off by you introducing yourself. Of course, most people know who you are, but there are some who probably don't. So I feel that it'll be important for you to introduce yourself, tell us who you are.
Yeah, nobody knows who I am. But I am Lenny Williams the third. I'm a writer, director, and I love creating. But in this film that we titled "A Calm Summer Day," I play the character Calvin. So that's who I am, and that's it.
So do you feel like you like relate to Calvin in any kind of way?
No, I do not relate to Calvin at all because Calvin is very selfish. He was a former drug addict, and he doesn't really know like how to show his emotions. So I don't relate to that because I never done drugs before at all, never. I'm a very open person, and I like talking to people, communicating with people, and I'm not closed off. So that was tough to play, but I found out how to play him through due to like people I've met in the past and my experiences in LA.
Okay. So the project, you said it's called A Calm Summer Day.
Hmm.
Do you want to tell us more about that? Like what made you came up with the name? Um, and then talk more about like when you started creating it that will, I guess, tie into your experience with LA.
Hmm. The reason I titled it "A Calm Summer Day" is because I knew that the story wasn't going to be calm. It was going to be like pretty much a storm, the whole time due to the character's experience, life experience. And so I wanted to name it something that grabbed your attention, but also showed you like, oh, okay, this film isn't going to be what we think. It's not going to be some happy-go-lucky film. Like it's going to start off kind of rough. Eventually, it gets calm, but in the beginning, it's not. And yeah, so back in 2019, I was living in LA for about 5 to 6 months to study like writing scripts, and
Mm-hmm.
also just trying to figure out the industry in general. And it was cool out there. Like it was a culture shock because I met a lot of like homeless people that had stories for days, and a lot of homeless people in LA like they're on drugs like every damn day, like out in Venice Beach, Skid Row. People that live in LA know all about this. But they would just, if you give them some money or whatever, a lot of them were cool. They'll tell you their stories. And so some of them were like on heroin or like LSD, all types of stuff.
Wow.
And they talk about like how they were embarrassed to show their families how they're living. You know what I'm saying? So like, but for them, doing the drugs numbed them. It was an
Mm.
escape, and they didn't think about any of that. But they knew like if they seen like their wives or their kids, or even for the women that seen their husbands, they like now they gotta look at themselves in the mirror like this is who I am, and they couldn't handle that. So they'd
Mm.
rather just be out in LA doing the drugs every day, just waiting to die for real.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was a lot of that story. So they probably came for entertainment purposes or lost jobs eventually, and then it just ended up getting hooked on it. And so just hearing these stories every day, even though I'd never been through anything like that, I knew I wanted to write something like that. At the same time, too, I was going through like a lot because in the beginning, situation I went through with a friend, I ended up just sleeping in my car, like for like a good few weeks, and like my parents didn't even know. So they'd call me, like, how's everything going?
Wow.
And I'd be lying like, oh, everything is going great. I'm loving it out here. But in the meantime, I'm sleeping
Wow.
in the car. And then in that process, though, I found out that my great grandmother had passed, and I couldn't like function. So every day I'm just
Oh.
crying in the car, and I'm just like acting like I'm tough and that I'm good, but I wasn't. So I was just waking up, brushing my teeth at Planet Fitness, showering at Planet Fitness, and doing DoorDash. So for 3 weeks, I was living like that until I found what they call now content creating housing, but they called it artist housing at that time. And I was living in there, and I was on a triple bunk bed, and like these were
Wow.
co-ed rooms that we all shared with a bunch of people. Like it's probably like 15 the 20 rooms that they got, and each room got a whole bunch of triple bunk beds inside, and you pay for a bed every month.
And how much you pay for the bed?
600 a month. Yeah,
Wow.
and then you also like trying to survive too, because out in LA the food is expensive. Everything
Yeah.
gas in 2019 in LA was like $5. Yeah, and I was
Wow.
door dashing. So dealing with that. So the only time I came to Delaware within those months was for my grandma's funeral, and then I
Mm.
had to go back the next day. So I was in Delaware for one day, and my parents did not know
They
what was
still
going
didn't
on.
know
They
what was
still
going
didn't
on.
know. I was lying to them the whole time. So I
Wow.
came back to my car, like in the car in a parking garage, and everything was cool. But so not only was I paying for my bed, but I was paying to have my car in the parking garage. That was $280 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, and the reason I had to do that because I lived in downtown LA by the Staples Center, which it was called the Staples Center at the time. Now it's called Crypto Arena. But I was staying out there, and if you had your car parked out in the street somewhere, not only did you have to pay the parking meter so your car didn't get towed, you also had to watch out for like homeless people or
Trying
people
to
that
break
would break
in.
in. Yeah, and that
Yeah.
was a big thing. So they were like, it's good to have your car in the parking garage. So I was dealing with, I guess you can say, like on the verge of depression because of my grandmother's death. And I was the last person to like, before I went to LA, I had like saved my grandma, my great grandma, because she was like something was going on with her intestines or something, and she was on
Mhm.
the ground when I saved her. I went to her house because my
Wow.
mom called me, was like, "Hey, I think something's going on with your grandma." My mom was at work. I rushed to the house, opened up the door, and she was just on the ground. And then my dad was like, "Yo, you saved her life," but she was in the hospital that whole time. And then when I
What?
moved to LA, it was just like boom, we found out she passed, and then shattered.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really devastating. Sorry you had to
yeah,
go through that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, so like, so I think a lot of the sadness part I implemented into this movie too, because I had at the same time I had friends that like was dying too. Yeah, so it was a lot going on.
So now it kind of makes more sense to me because we didn't see the whole thing put together yet.
Mhm.
But of course, I know that um, part of the storyline is your deceased grandmom,
Mhm.
and now you telling that story is
Mhm.
just
Oh, it
amazing.
ties in.
Yeah, see, it's
Yeah.
amazing to see how that does tie in.
Mhm.
Also, when you were going through that, did it ever make you want to like, oh, I'll just like give in and do drugs to help you numb that, or
Mm-mm.
did I give you just drive to get through it? Like,
No, it was what happened was it was like due to me seeing the homeless people and hearing their conversations, I think because while I was doing DoorDash and going through that like depressive stage, I would just go out to the Venice Beach and just talk to these people. And then I would see what drove them that way. Now I knew I wouldn't allow myself to get to that point because even though I wasn't telling my parents what was going on, I knew that I still had them. These
yeah,
people like they felt like they didn't have anybody. So I
mm,
was like, okay, I still got people I can call on. I even got friends I can call on. So I knew I was lucky in that regard as far as like even though everybody was in Delaware, I seen though how somebody can get to a stage where they want to kill themselves. So
yeah,
I was just like, even though I wasn't at that point, I was like, damn, I could really see how somebody can commit suicide, like and just be done with all this. And so it was just one of those things where like it was a lesson that I was learning. Like I was lucky, so it just made me go like, okay, you're gonna get into this artist housing and then just try your best to do something. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
Even though like there wasn't like a drive like I have now because I was still dealing with that death. So I just
yeah.
didn't really know how to function, to be honest with you.
But that's good though. It's like you you stuck it out. Like
Hmm.
you went through that and you learned from it.
Yeah.
Um. So, do you want to get more into the purpose, like why you wanted to create this film?
Hmm. Yeah. So not only the drug thing. So I want to say I had a friend named Katie. We used to work at the movie theater together when I was in college. She was in high school, so she was like I always called her little sis, and she was real cool. But like every time we talked or whatever, like we kept in touch over the years, even though we didn't work at the movie theater anymore. Like we just moved on with other jobs. But she would always be like, "Hey, just checking up on you, see how you doing and stuff like that." I do the same thing, especially during the pandemic. A lot of people was just going battling depression, and
Mhm.
so she would always check up, and so would I. I'm like, "Hey, little sis, how you doing? Making sure you're good and stuff like that." And it was just always like little checkups here and there. But like when she went to, I think, college for some, I think biochemistry or something out in Pittsburgh. I guess she was dealing with a lot, probably within a relationship or whatever. I'm not sure what really transpired at the time, but she ended up committing suicide. And for
Wow.
me, I was like, damn. Part of you feels like, oh, I wish that like I could have saved her. You know what I'm saying? I wish I knew what was going on, and it just
Wow.
those question marks. Like as a friend, you wish you could have been there to save the day.
Yeah.
And so when I went to the funeral, it was like tough. It was just like shit. Like that's I see her like my little sister, and I couldn't do anything to save her. So I knew like for me, I wanted to make a film that was going to impact people, where if they were ever feeling like they were depressed, that to realize that they got people that really care about them, that's going to look out
Yeah.
for them. You know what I'm saying? Because in the film we see like Calvin, he's stressing out, but he everybody love him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like his
Yeah.
boss love him, his coworkers, his family, like they all there for him. And it just like it takes a lot for him to realize that even
Wow.
Gina still care about him through everything he put her through. And it was a message I wanted to make clear, like, yo, even if you're going through something, like try your best to reach out to the people that love
Yeah.
you.
That's an important message. I like
Hmm.
that. I liked how that tied in. 'Cause I was trying to figure out where the suicide, um, like where that came from, that
Yeah,
idea. But
yeah.
yeah, that's a deep story.
Yeah, it was tough because it was like I was dealing with that, and then like not only like so my great grandmother passed away in 2019. It was just a trifecta of like because on both sides of your family, if both of your great grandparents are living, you got grandparents underneath of that. So that's great grandparents and grandparents.
Yeah.
They were just dropping like flies after 2019. Then the pandemic happened, more passing away. So you're dealing with that, and then your friend commits suicide. All of
Wow.
that was just like tough to deal with because I grew up with all of them, and
Yeah.
so being raised by them, all of it, and then going like, damn, I'm not gonna see them no more. It was just tough to deal with, but I think I dive into creativity when things like that happen.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You came up with this
Yeah.
amazing movie so far.
Hmm.
So yeah. Like
Yeah.
I like how all that ties in.
Yep.
How do you think this film will impact the viewers?
Well, my hope is it impacts them in a way where like they realize that they don't have to do drugs or they don't need to do drugs, even though they feel like it's a need to do it, and also like there's not a need to take yourself out, even though you feel like you want to because you're going through a lot. So I'm hoping that it helps people in that way, and that
Yeah.
they just like spend more time with family and friends because this was so fun that we became family, everybody. And me and you, we found out that we are family.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know we're gonna get into that, but like every like me and Eris was talking about this. The way that this film came together, like, and everybody got along, that doesn't happen. Like it's rare.
Right.
Even in Hollywood, it don't happen. Like you hear stories about actors not getting along,
Yeah.
or the directors and actors never wanting to work with each other again.
Mhm.
We all came together for the first time in a big ass group, and nobody had no issues.
Like none at all.
Yeah, and then everybody got along, and every time we got together, there was no problems, and we always found a way to make things work. And the fact that we all did that, and we were productive each week, you just don't hear about that. So I was like, yeah, this is a team that you want to keep around, no matter what. So it's just perfect, and I hope that this film shows that like yo,
Mhm.
you can find people that you mesh with, and we honestly got lucky,
Yeah.
because one person could have ruined the whole thing.
Seriously. But yeah, literally good vibes the whole time. Like
Hmm.
I don't feel like any ill will from anyone. Like it
Hmm.
was all genuine. And I definitely love that about this project.
Yeah.
So that means you are literally surrounded by good people.
Yeah.
You have like a whole lot of good people in your life, and that's good. That shows your character.
Mm-hmm.
So that you already mentioned it. You have some fun facts,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the fun facts are we are cousins.
Yes.
We're cousins in the movie. I play your cousin's
Hmm.
girlfriend,
Yes.
but in real life, I'm your cousin.
Yes. And that was the coolest shit ever when they found that out. Because I was like, in the way that it is, it was like, so our great grandmothers are sisters. So like on my father's side and on your father's side,
Yeah.
our great grandmothers are sisters. So it made me think back with my Arthur brain, like about what they probably used to talk about when they were kids growing up, and the fact that we're related in that way.
With this
Mm-hmm.
project going the way it is, because this is your first film,
Mm-hmm.
does it give you drive to want to make more film, or does it's like, okay, I did that and I'm gonna stick to writing, or oh, like I definitely want to do film? Like, which direction do you think this is putting you?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely about to answer that. So it's like in this way, right? With writing books, I feel like I've written everything I could write right now at this young age. Now I think I'm gonna get back into it when I'm like 50 or 60 again and start pushing out books. But with the book thing, I got one more novel I'm working on that I'm gonna
Okay.
pitch to a mainstream publishing company. It's like a fun, like Stranger Things type of 80s type of book. And with the filming thing, um, I it was a great experience and I loved it. And I have to come up with a good concept again because I'm such a perfectionist that I
Mhm.
always want to outdo myself. But when it comes to putting a project together, but I am gonna make a film. Well, this is like my family members in, like my brothers and my cousins. It's probably gonna go to YouTube, like a little comedy
Mhm.
that I want to put them in because they want to just be in it so bad. But I'm like, I gotta see what y'all can do, and that's gonna be a cool little project that I'm gonna put together. And that's pretty much gonna be it. Other than that, I want to help people in that way. Meaning, if somebody wants me to help them write a script or make
Mhm.
a film, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm gonna help you make this movie, especially my cast to help me out. I want to help like y'all out now. Like, I want to help y'all make the movies and all that. Even helping people write books. The funny part is, I look forward to that more, helping
Really?
people make their books and make their movies, because I think I'm a good motivator. You know, I think I'm good at giving people that drive that they need to get something done, and so I'm more excited about helping people make their own movies and books now. It almost feel like, even though I'm not retired, it feel like I'm retired because it feel like I did every. It feel like I did everything I could. Because you gotta think, I've been doing this creative thing for 10 years now.
Yeah, you were doing it for a long time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And it's
Yeah.
like that driving tenacity that I had is still there, but in a different way. Before it was all about, all right, Lenny, you getting this out for yourself. Now it's I want everybody else to win. I want to get everybody else's story out there because it's fun seeing a project get completed, and then I want to help y'all out with settings and all types of stuff. So I look forward to the teamwork part, helping everybody getting their movies done. So yeah, I'm still gonna do it, but I'd rather be on a team like we were now. This was a teamwork project, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I want to do that again.
So it's more like you will be like, would you say like a co-producer
Yeah,
type?
co-producer,
Yeah.
and he's even directing again. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
co-directing
Yeah. So like,
or just straight up directing, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
absolutely. Straight up
yeah.
directing. So it's like, let's say in the book aspect, like somebody want a book done, and they like, I need help with getting this writing done, like, because I know you like to write. Okay, I write it for you. Let me help you out. You know, let's say I ghostwrite it or something. But the fact that I'm communicating with this person every day to help them out get it done. It makes me feel good. And then let's say getting writing a script down with them, helping them getting that script done. Oh, I feel good. Now I'm about to help you come up with the setting, and now I'm about to help you out with the movie to the point where it's like I'm a work as many hours as I can to get some money to help you out too. As far as like, let's put some money into this, because when you do that, you got a forever like partner, you got a forever friend where they like this person don't want nothing out of me. They literally trying to help me get things done.
Yeah.
And that's how you build genuine connection because there's way too many fake people out here.
Yeah.
And that's one thing me and Eris was talking about too. Like we met so many genuine people where it's like I'm never fucking up any of this shit. Like as far as like the relationships,
Yeah.
hell no. Like I'm keeping everybody close. And so it's like wherever I go, I want to take y'all with me. I'm not gonna be like, oh, all right, see y'all. Like to just be going like that, and then you surrounded by all these sharks. But it's like with y'all, I know that y'all not gonna backstab me.
Yeah.
I'd rather just have y'all while we all come up together.
Yeah.
So that's better. So yeah, I don't want to do it by
And
myself.
that's why everyone was so dedicated to this though, because
Mhm.
of you and your character and how genuine you are, how you like helping people.
Mhm.
Um, so like for me, personally, like I was ready. Like whenever
Yeah.
you said we was doing this, we're doing this. Like
Yeah.
I'm showing up for Lenny. I'm showing
Mhm.
up for Lenny
Yeah.
because you've helped me too with
Mhm.
other things. Um, but yeah, you're just a very genuine person. And then I guess you attract what you are.
Yeah.
So you literally have like a big circle, a big tribe of
Mhm.
all these genuine people,
Mhm.
and I feel it in everybody. Like I feel energy.
Yeah.
So especially with Eris, I don't even know her. I don't know her,
Yeah. Mhm.
but she is just this feeling I
Mhm.
get with when I'm around her. It's just like just warm feeling. Even her hugs are just
Yeah.
so genuine.
Yeah.
Like I would never want to ruin the connection that I have with everyone.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's the thing. That's why I said this first group right here, that type of connection doesn't happen. I'm glad it did happen. We got lucky. We got blessed, and it was magic. All that shit. It was everything mysterious word you could think of when it comes to something being positive and us connecting. Um, for future projects, like I said, the one I'm gonna work on with my family and stuff, that's gonna be cool. But like that's just like a that's the thing where I'm inspired by Kenan Ivory Williams, where he put his family on after he did some things, and I'm gonna just like let them get that experience. But when it comes to this group right here, it's like this is my art family. Like I'm keeping y'all in contact all the time. I'm always gonna let y'all know what we doing, what I can help y'all out with. And then it's like like we both said, it's not gonna be a bridge that we're gonna burn. It's just like
Hmm.
it's not even worth doing
Yeah.
it. It's not worth doing it. And then the other people that want to be, it's other people that seen what was going on too, like the behind the scenes stuff, and they want to be part of it, but some don't feel right. I'm not even
Right.
gonna hold you. Something like so like with some people that want to join our team that I'm calling our team, like the dream team. I can't have them enjoying. And it's not to be an asshole. It is that I can't have that energy affected. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, the people that
Yeah.
was already in it, like the people that y'all met, the Kiaras, Eris, you, Angel, Lewis, Camille, Alejandra, that's not, y'all not affecting that. I don't need a cancer to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I'm just working with y'all. And if y'all do y'all projects and y'all got somebody in mind as far as what y'all need, like a person playing this character or that character, that's cool. But the
Yeah.
backbone of it is us.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Like
saying?
yeah, we'll always be like I don't want to say the main person, but
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying. Like we'll always be tied in some kind of way
Mm-hmm.
with our future projects, and we'll all come up together.
Yeah. For real.